Do you think the military prepare us effectively for leaving? So recently, I've been talking quite a lot about tribe and purpose, and also the fact that we're taught to be soldiers, and we all join at young age. I joined at 16, but then when we come to leave, we're not taught how to be a civvy. So if you've been in that system since being very young, that transition can be very hard. Most of us, we don't actually have a clue what to do. See, we're given these sort of career courses and then we're sent on our way with no real idea of actually what to expect. Every person, they have a different transition. Some people have really good ones, some people have bad transitions, but for most of us, it's up and down. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Now let me know about your transition, if it was successful, if you've got any tips for people leaving and getting out. Now let's get into the meat of this, because it is important that you do find your own tribe once you leave and you do get that purpose. And look, nothing will ever replace the military, but I think you can actually get pretty close. And most people, they struggle with this because when they actually leave, they want nothing to do with the military. And look, I get it, you've left for a reason and you want to try and leave that will behind. But trust me, there will become a point again where you do want to get back involved with veterans, because I've spoken to enough people now to know that 90% of people want to get back involved. A small percentage don't, and that's absolutely fine. So I thought I'd tell you about my transition, because like a lot of people, mine was up and down. And when I got out, I was very fortunate to turn my hobby into my job. I'm a mountain biker, I love mountain biking, and I opened up a bike shop, and straight away that gave me a purpose, something to work towards of my own. And off the back of that, I built this community with people who had similar interests coming into the shop, starting these cycling groups, and I actually got some lifelong friends from it. Now I got out just before COVID, and anyone who knows anything about biking knows the bike business during COVID boomed, and I did well. I made some really good money. But after COVID, the bike market completely crashed. So for me, as one of these smaller businesses, it was hard to compete with these bigger ones. So I shut the shop and I went and got a normal job. Now this was only supposed to be a stopgap, 6 months, figure out what I want to do and move on to the next thing. But it was good money and it was easy and it was walking distance from my house. So I stayed there for years. I got comfortable. Now look, the work was shit, but the bills were paid. So I thought maybe this is what success looks like in the civilian world. And for a lot of people, it is, and that's absolutely fine. But for some people, it's not. You need that bit more. And I fall into that other category. For me, I have to have a constant goal that I'm striving towards, something to work towards. And with a job like this, that wasn't possible. So this is part of the reason why I wrote Brimstone, to build something more. And now that's exactly why I want to push it hard. This is why I work pretty much 24/7 at the minute. See, I'm up at 3 o'clock and I start work at 4, and then I finish at 1:30, and I'm either collecting the kids from school or I'm coming back and I'm grafting until I go to bed, working on promoting my book, my social medias, trying to get bookings for talks, all this stuff. It's a non-stop grind. But if you want to get anywhere in life, that is what you have to do. You have to put that effort in. And look, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I don't even know what the end state yet looks like for me. Is it speaking to people? Maybe. Helping other veterans out? Possibly that. Or is it just satisfying my need of having something to work towards? I'm not sure. It might even be moving to a job where I actually feel valued and I actually get challenged. Potentially, it might even be starting up my bike business again. I'm not sure. So look, my transition has not been straightforward. I started on a massive high and then I got a massive kick down. And even now, weekly, 1 week I'll be up here and the next week I'll be down. if I've had a shit week and stuff hasn't gone the way I want it to, with my social medias or my book sales, or I didn't get that booking that I wanted, it can be hard sometimes. I think I'm really lucky I've got a partner, and she constantly reminds me how far I've come since we met, and she reminds me of all of these great things that I've achieved in a short space of time. So when I have a shit week, she picks me up. But the question I have for you is, do you think the military prepare us effectively for leaving? And let me know about your transitions in the comments. Have you had a good one? Have you had a bad one? Have you got tips for other people so they can look at this and they can see and go, do this, avoid that? As always, thanks for listening, guys. And just to remind you, the 3rd till the 5th, I'm going to be at Capel Military Festival. So if you want to come and see me, I'll be there the whole weekend doing talks, book signings. We're going to have a lane where you can pick up a metal detector and go around and look for IEDs. So if you are local, come and see us.